Welcome back to our channel based electronic surgery. It's Thursday afternoon. What do we have today? We have a Sky DVD player model 958F. The problem with this one is, let's plug it. It's no power. We must suppose to have some lights here, but we don't have any light, any sign of life. So that's what we have to fix today. This is some kind of DVD players. So what I want to check first, let's unplug it. I want to come with the 12 volts. 12 volts on my power supply. Ground from the USB port. The switch is already on. I want to see if this DVD player is turning on. And it's taking 78 milliamps and it's not turning on. So let's open and find out what the problem quickly. Let's open our DVD and find out what's the problem. Yeah, that's what we are using in Zimbabwe. People, they are still using DVD players. I know to some developed countries, this is the now history. But we are still living in the past, so I don't have an option except to fix such kind of items. So our top cover is out. We have some power supply here. That's our audio amplifier, and the logic board is all in one. And here we have the CD-ROM. What I want to check first, let's put our multimeter on diode mode and check. We do have a fuse on the input. Let's check the fuse. 00, and our fuse is good. And I will jump after the fuse. We have 4 diodes which are acting as the rectifier bridge. So we'll check one by one to see if we have any short. First diode, good. Second diode, good. Third diode, good. Fourth diode, good. And our rectifier bridge is okay. After the chopper, we have diode which is acting maybe as a regulator, 12 volts regulator. Let's check for that diode, and it's still good. So what I will do first, let's try a trick here. Let's plug in the charger. AC cable on. Our DVD is on, but nothing happened. Let's try to, because if we check on the output of the power supply, we have 5 volts and the 12 volts. So let's set our power supply to 5 volts. Yes. And we want to supply 5 volts on our DVD player. Okay, before that, let's check to see if we do have any output. I think that must be a good idea. ground plus 0. On this connector, 5 volts 0, 12 volts, we are having something like 5 point something. So check. That must be interesting. So our DVD is not turning on, it's completely dead. I checked on the output, there's no 12 volts, there's no 5 volts, but soon as I supply 5 volts on the output, we have some light and our DVD player is loading. So what can be the problem? It means our high voltage area is okay. If we check here, I can see something here. We have this capacitor after the chopper with a bump here. You can't see the bump, but this capacitor has got a bump on top. So before we can check other things, let's take out the power supply. I think you just see the problem. Let's take out the power supply and see what's the problem. Maybe it's easy this time. Maybe all what we have to do is just to replace the capacitor and our DVD will be working. Let's try to do it quickly, because time is the king. If we can spend an hour fixing such old thing, it's not worth. All what we have to do here is to race against time. Race against time. 16 volts, 470 microfarads. Let's take out that capacitor. Check out that capacitor. Let's take it out and try to replace with another good capacitor. Look, the capacitor. This is our capacitor. It was like this. Soon as I take off this capacitor off the board, it just split into two. You can see some carbon things inside the capacitor, and then that's the cover with some readings. Our capacitor was like this. So this capacitor is totally gone. So let's look for another capacitor quickly. What a coincidence, we just found one. Let's do it quickly. You know, I've been fixing these DVD players since long ago, and they are nice to be fixed. So what I will do next, we need to put our capacitor where there's a mark here. We took our capacitor from this angle, so where there's a mark, that's minus, and the unmarked area is the plus. So let's try to come up with our our new capacitor. That's our new capacitor. New capacitor. Our capacitor is just in. Soldering wire. Soldering wire. We solder with our capacitor. Let's do it. Our capacitor is back in place. Let's cut the wires of the cape which are too long. Guess that was the problem. I just bet that was the only problem. If it's not, we have a big problem. But I can bet that was the problem. Yes, this time. Yes, this time. Yes, this time. So we'll put all together. Let's plug our AC cable. Our AC cable on. Let's power on our DVD. I think this cable is not good. Let's see where it is connected by the customer. Maybe something is not right there. Maybe something is not okay. Let's take off this plastic. See what customer did here. Let's try this wire properly. What I will do more, I'll try to make this bond stronger by using soldering wire. Let's use our soldering wire. That's good. I think we need some insulator here to insulate these naked wires, and then we can test again to see if it's now working or not. Let's insulate these wires. Let's do it properly. Proper insulation of the wires. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, we are done. All what is left is to plug in our AC adapter and test again. Okay. And our DVD player is just dead again. Okay, that's nice. Let's check on the rectifier bridge. Let's check our fuse. That's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah, good. Good. That's ground. Let's plug in our AC cable again. On. It's no longer working again. Let's come with 5 volts. Ground on the USB ports and the plus on the first pin. You can see our DVD player is working. So clearly our 5 volts is missing. Let's check some voltages. Ground plus 0, 0. 4 volts, 12 volts. Okay, so here we have a problem. Our 5 volts is missing on the output. 1 second. I think we have plan. I think I can use let's try something. Let's find out, try to look for a 708 linear regulator and try to do some magic there. I think we can do it. KB 7805. We just found it. That's good. Let's take it. Let's take this regulator quickly and do some magic there. Let's do some fuel modification here. Our regulator's out. What I want to do, I want to check pinout configuration for the 7805 quickly on it. 7805 pinout. Yeah, I just found something. So, if you look on the pinout configuration, pin number 1, that's the input, pin number 2, ground, pin number 3, that's the output. So, we are going to use this 7805 to fix this problem. So ground plus, if we check on this diode after the chopper, we do have 12 volts. Hey, some smoke. Just to see some smoke. I don't know what is smoking there. I think our chip is just blown out. Yeah, that's the chip. The regulator. The chip is supplying 5 volts. It's just blown up there. But we have to carry on with our repair. You can see smoke. Let's unplug these cables, all of them, and see what's going on the other side of the board. I think we do have some big problem. Yes, look, our chip just blown on, which I understand that's the regulator for the 5 volts and the 12 volts is just blown on. So let's take off this blown up chip quickly. Flask. I don't know why this chip just blown up. Let's take it off quickly. Let's take off our chip quickly. Our chip is out. What I want to do next, let's take out our regulator. That's our 7805 regulator. Let's find some nice jumper wires. Let's do it quickly. We need the 3 wires, black, white and red. Yeah, that should be okay. That should be fine. Let's do it. Let's try to do it quickly. Pin number 1, that's the input. Do it quickly. Now that's what happened. We are trying to solve another problem, and then something came up. But we need to carry on with our repair. We need to just carry on with our repair. So what I will do, let's try to put our 7805 red wire, that's the input. That's the input of the regulator, first pin. I'll put red wire there. And the input. Good. Let's move to our second wire. Black, that's the ground. Ground. That's our ground. And the white, we are going to put white on the output. Going to put white on the output. That's our output. That's our output. So this came with the are ready. That's our input. We are going to check source of the input on this diode, which is, let's fix the input in. The input is fixed. What I will do, we'll try to fix the ground pin. Let's do it. Let's do it. Black, that's the ground. Ground, you can check it here. That's our ground. So and our 5-volt pin, which is pin number 1, which is our output. Good. So we just finish putting our 5-volt regulator. So let's put back all the cables. I'm just curious to see if this will solve the problem. Maybe it won't solve the problem, but let's try. Let's try power. Plug in. No smoke. Let's power on our DVD. Loading. And our DVD is working fine. Let's wait. Still loading. Our regulator is getting very hot. I think we need a heat sink in this case. We need a proper heat sink, which we can take from any of these items, just to spread out the heat. Just to spread out the heat. Let's try to do it. That will be okay. Let's power on our DVD again. On. Loading. and you can see it's now counting 0, 1, 2, 3, and it's working. So that's how we modify things. You don't need to give up if something got messed up. All what you have to do is to think outside the box and modify things. So that's what we have today. So what we can say, good day, see you on the next one. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. See you on the next one.